Excuse me, will you take a picture for me? We met in July of 2013, technically, because we met on Instagram.
I remember just more looking at the landscape of where she was. And I'm like, where is this girl, you know? Then I come to find out, you know, she was in Hawaii, and I thought that was cool, so I started looking and paying more attention to her pictures.
Then I hiked Lani Kai pillbox, and I took that picture.
This picture looks really cool. I said, you know, and she looks interesting. So I said, let me say something. And that started it off, and I thought it was kind of creepy, but she let me know it wasn't.
So I was just like, no, it's sweet. Not creepy, but sweet, thank you. After a long time of kind of messaging each other and finding ways to get to know each other, we officially met face-to-face in March of 2015.
It was just perfect. Like, there was no awkward moments. It wasn't no strangers meeting.
I was really excited. I was like, I cannot wait to meet him. He sounds like such an amazing guy.
We both decided that we're at an age and a stage in our life too where we just wanted to be at that level of obedience in our walk with God, as well as honoring our parents and wanting to pursue each other.
It was a very good talk. I got to really know him, his heart, and a couple things I shared with him that would be my concerns for him entering into a relationship with Lasha. I was telling Lasha that we had a good talk and everything, and and she says, well, did he ask you if we could court? And I said, actually, it didn't come out.
I've never done this before, where I actually had to ask, you know, her father to permission to court.
Pablo comes, he says, Pastor Fred, can I talk to you outside? I said, well, I was hoping that would happen when we walked, but he was so nervous.
Well, you would think after a 4-hour walk that it would be. He says an hour. Lasha's like, Mom, you know, is that gonna bring him back?
That approval meant so much.
Yeah.
I took the guy out for a 4-hour grilling. It was an hour and a half to me.
That was funny.
You know, now only thing, I gotta come there and meet his family. So when I came to meet his family, and I just fell in love with his mom and his dad and his siblings, and it was just awesome.
The characteristics and the qualities that I liked about Lasha that made me pursue her was her grace, the way she carried herself. A lot of her viewpoints I agreed on. The way she looked at her family, her friends, her relationship with God, is how that was growing.
She's just taking off in God and have stepped into who God has called her to be as a daughter, and we have, you know, watched that.
Her heart, she just has such like a heart of gold, and it's precious, you know, it's sensitive.
My grandmother saw Lasha for the first time, and she would call her shiny eye. She didn't say a lot of words, but she would just say, she's shiny eye. And I was like, shiny eye? What is that, you know? And then I asked her one day, and she said, she has a spark in her eye. As I prayed upon that, you know, and reflected on that, I saw that. I saw the zest for life. I saw the beauty of life that she embraces.
And I said, you know, this is the kind of person I would want around. I would share certain things with her, and she would just make me feel good. The fact that she's beautiful, not only on the outside, but the inside as well, made it more real for me.
The qualities and characteristics that I love the most about Pablo is that he's a man of God.
He's a very kind loving child.
His convictions, his decisions, his everything important in life definitely show the reflection of his heart for God. So that was like a really big thing for me first and foremost.
He's that type of a person. He's very caring, and that's what I like about him.
He's silly, just like me, and he appreciates my silliness.
They have so many things in common. They like to laugh. They make jokes.
You know, he appreciated it, and he's like, oh, we're being silly? Okay, let's be silly. Like, he just jumped right on it, and, you know, because he's just as silly as me on his own. So it's funny that both of our families, when they saw us together, were like, this is a match made in heaven. Like, wow. Like, they complement each other in every way, especially with that.
I just love how goofy they are together. I feel like they really complement each other.
When I saw videos of them together, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, me knowing him and the clown he is, but when I say clown, like, he brings joy.
When I look at him, I just want to smile. I just want to start smiling.
He's outstanding in character, his relationship with God, in every way he just sticks out far above the rest.
He wants to see that I am comfortable if I am sick. He's fixing my pillow. He's making sure I'm covered. Mommy, you're okay.
Seeing how much he loves them and how much they love him, it just really touched my heart.
I knew something was different. When he spoke about her, I knew instantly that he was falling in love. And it was real love. It wasn't something that he was trying to force.
One of the things that I was very impressed with is that she told me that they would pray every morning, and they established a prayer life between them, long distance.
Then when he said we pray together, that's when I was like, oh, that's a different thing. Like, you know, it's different. You can spend time with somebody or talk to somebody, but are y'all on the same, like, spiritual ground?
I have to say, because, you know, there's a saying, your past makes you who you are presently. You know, everything that you've experienced in the past to every point right now will shape every choice that you make. By the time I met Lasha, my look at love was a lot different. It was about taking a chance. And it's not like just, you know, blind love and just falling in love. It was not giving up.
It's not a set formula, you know what I'm saying? I think people need to understand it's not set. So when he told me, I was like, you know what? If y'all want it to work, it can work.
It was making a decision to make it work. If I'm gonna start this girl is almost 5,000 miles away.
It's like, so is she a possible? Is she, you know, possibly the one you want to be with?
Watching their relationship grow is seeing how much he loved our daughter. A sincere, godly love for her, and a sincere, godly respect for her.
And he was like, yeah, she's a strong possible.
I knew it on a point where I remember sitting at home and I was thinking to myself, I said, I have to go into it wholeheartedly.
You gotta understand this. This is like a 5,000-mile relationship. That doesn't come easy, you know. Most men, they'll be like, this is just too far for me. But he saw things that no one else can see.
I could entrust him with taking care of his mother, and if he'll take care of his mother, I hope he'll take care of his wife. And I believe he will.
And I made a choice, like, I'm gonna love her. I'm gonna give her love all that I have, no matter what.
Long distance can be difficult, but they've managed to make it work.
That's why I'll never, ever regret, you know, being in a long distance relationship. And if God said, I'll do it all over for you, how would you want it to be? The same exact way, because it gave us an opportunity to grow as individuals as well.
They grew from mistakes or grew from frustrations of not being able to talk and the time difference and whatnot. And to me, that's a challenge in itself. And if they can overcome that, then that's a good start.
I've learned much more about myself and made me want to be a better person.
And you know, they love God. I noticed with Lasha, she's a very prayerful person and she's determined to serve the Lord.
Yes.
She has that about her. And I am just so happy.
Now the fuzzy feelings are done and the real things are starting to come to surface. And, you know, we have to decide what we're going to do with these things. Are these things that we feel are, you know, we can grow through, that we can overcome? I know that we wouldn't be able to do that without our relationships with God. That is probably the most significant thing about our relationship, is that we both seek the Lord.
Just every single decision they had to do about moving, about where they're gonna go, even something small like cutting no, I'm just joking, not the pineapples. But and honestly, with everything, you can just tell it's very Christ-centered. The relationship is always about praying through everything.
One of the best things that one could ever do, when you love the Lord and you put Him first in your life, then your marriage will be working out.
We're currently experiencing the longest amount of time that we've ever been in the same place, in the same zip code. So it's interesting, because even with him here now, we'll be driving and he'll be talking and I'll just look at him like, oh my goodness. And he's like, what? It's like, it's not the Bluetooth. Like, you know, I just realized that I'm not driving listening to Bluetooth like I do every day.
I think everything that we're doing is just amazing, and it's taught me what real love is, and it's that choice every day that I'm gonna love this person, I'm gonna make this work. I'm not gonna go on my feelings, because feelings come and go, and love isn't feelings. So I've learned that just to be constantly real and have that mission statement of what I want to do.
Just this entire season, and just watching God's hand be on every single piece of this relationship, it just makes me walk away from it just like, man, God, you are so awesome. There's nothing better than when you do things with Christ at the center of it. In everything in life, I'm going to use that, because I see the beautiful story that God has written from us just keeping Him first and just allowing Him to write our love story. The beautiful way He brings things together, you know. I hope that it gives other people hope that, you know what, it's weird. Okay, I met him on this weird thing and this is how it's happening, and oh my goodness. I would hope that they could walk away from it saying, you know what, God made an interesting situation work out of Pablo and Lasha. You know what, He can work this out for me too if it's His will.
Having someone that makes you want to better yourself is a beautiful thing. You know, we have God and His love is there, and He's just very forgiving of us. But having someone right here on earth is just a beautiful thing that just, you know, that you can share your life with, you know, that you can live your life with, and it's really something to treasure. It's a gift from God.
I'm excited for our marriage, excited to start a family, excited to do ministry together and just continue to love on each other, continue to let God write the love story. It's not over yet just because we're getting married. So I'm excited to see what new things God has in store for us.
So I made it the best decision of my life, choosing Lasha, choosing love, and keeping God first. And like she said, I'll do it all over again. I love you, baby.
Holding on to you, holding on, and I know